Solin is a town in Dalmatia, Croatia. It is situated right northeast of Split, on the Adriatic Sea and the river Jadro.Solin developed on the location of ancient city of Salona, which was the capital of the Roman province of Dalmatia and the birthplace of Emperor Diocletian. After the arrival of Avars and Croats in the 7th century, town was destroyed, and its refugees moved to settlement in and around Diocletian's palace, Spalatum, turning it into a fortified town. In the early Middle Ages, Solin was part of the Croatian territory and played an important role in medieval Croatian state, being one of the political centers. In the 20th century, intensive industrialization process of the Split Basin made Solin no more than a suburb of Split. Today, with its independent municipal status, Solin is part of the Split conurbation, well connected with other towns. Besides industry, tourism is being developed lately based on numerous archaeological sites and Solin's distinctive image that comes from many urban parks along the Jadro. Geography. Solin is situated north of the Split Peninsula, in a basin surrounded by mountains, Kozjak to the north and Mosa to the east. The ancient city of Salona developed near the estuary of Jadro, and the later medieval settlement was formed on one of the several islands formed by the river, which is where today's center is also situated. The city covers an area of 18 square kilometers, situated in the central part of the Split conurbation, 8 kilometers north of Split, 6 kilometers east of Castella, 22 kilometers east of Trogir and 4 kilometers south of Kalis. Residential and business parts of the city are located in the middle part of the river's flow, and on the gentle slopes that make the Solin basin. Industrial areas occupy a small valley of the upper basin of the Jadro, as well as large areas to the west of the center. On the easternmost tip of the Bay of Castella, where industrial and service port is situated, the ruins of the ancient Salona are located in the middle, to the west of today's center. The climate is Mediterranean, with mild winters and hot summers. During the winter, a strong northeastern wind bora occurs frequently. Settlements. The administrative area of the city of Solin includes the following settlements: Laka, population 2. Kuchini, population 974. Moravins, population 1628. Solin, population 20,212. Vranic, population 1,110. In the vernacular, Solin is divided into 8 neighborhoods: Centar, Prekovod, Srednja Strana, Sveti Kafo, Rupotina, Vranic, Moravins and Kuchini. History. Ancient Salona. In the late ancient times, Salona's importance was great both politically and religiously. Salona was an early Roman settlement, which became overshadowed when Emperor Diocletian constructed the nearby Diocletian's palace in about the year 300 AD. Surviving local residents of Salona, after the Avars retreated from those regions, to a settlement, Spalatum, today's, at the location of Diocletian's palace. Christianity in Salona probably originated during the time of the Apostles. The Apostle Paul mentions that his pupil Apostle Titus traveled to Dalmatia, so the assumption that he worked in Dalmatia's capital city of Salona, at least for a short time, is probable. That city, located on the Adriatic coast, with excellent sea connections with Italy and the Middle East, attracted Christian messengers of faith. Salona had a well-organized Christian community with a bishop as leader ever since the middle of the 3rd century. Since the 4th century, Salona honored in its large basilicas its glorious martyrs from the times of Diocletian's persecution: St. Domnius, craftsman Anastasius the Fuller, Deacon Septimia, priestess Aria and others. In the 5th century, Salona's bishops started exercising more metropolitan duties, and in the 6th century they carried the archbishop title as well, and fulfilled the duties associated with the title. That means that at the time they held primary positions in western Illyria. Sicia's bishop from the region Pannonia joined the Dalmatian bishops on the synods held in Salona in the years 530 and 533 as a member with full rights. At the time of Diocletian, Salona had a population of 60,000. In 639 Salona was destroyed by the Croats. After the fall of Salona and the whole region under the Avarian rule, worship of Salona's martyrs was moved to Rome. Namely, Pope John IV ordered transportation of parts of the relics, which he placed in a dedicated chapel close to the Lateran baptistry. The images of those saints, which had been created in mosaic by the Pope's wish, can be found today in the apside of the chapel. Search for relics for Rome was probably the incentive for Salona residents who inhabited the new city of Split, located only a few kilometers from the abandoned Salona. At the very least, they wanted to bring to Split the bones of the most important protectors, St. Omnius and St. Anastasius. They placed them in what was once Diocletian's mausoleum, which was subsequently converted into a cathedral. Middle Ages. In the 9th century, Duke Tramira of Croatia built a Benedictine monastery between Kalis and Solin. Inscriptions dated to 852 from there are first known written record of the name of Croats in modern-day Croatian territory. In the 10th century, Queen Helen had built two churches by the Jadro, the Church of St. Stephen and the Church of St. Mary. The Church of St. Stephen was the burial place of a number of Croatian kings along with other nobility. It was destroyed by the Ottoman Turks in the 16th century. The nearby Church of St. Mary was the burial site of Mihailo Kresimir II and his wife Yelena, the benefactress. In the 11th century, the Church of St. Peter and Moses was built north of Solun, near the two churches of St. Mary and Stephen, in which Demetrius Savonomir was crowned as King of Dalmatia and Croatia. Transport. Solun is situated on the D8 Adriatic road, that becomes a 4-lane Split bypass road here and continues south towards Split and further down the Adriatic coast. A big roundabout south of the city centre is a major intersection with the D1 road that connects the area of Split conurbation with the A1 Zagreb-Split highway. Zagreb-Split Railway passes through the city territory. Although there is a train station in Solun to the west of the city centre, only regional trains stop here. Regional rail transport is to be intensified because of the Split Suburban Railway project. Split Airport in Castella is situated 15 kilometers to the west of Solun, well connected by roads and local transport. Public transport is organized by several bus lines operated by Promet Split Company that provides public transport for the Split conurbation. These routes are number 1 Starin HNK, number 2 Castel Sucurak Trajectna Luka, number 5 Drasovac HNK, number 10 Jpierko Trajectna Luka, number 13 Kolodvorskoy Sanska Drasovac, number 16 Ninsovici HNK, number 22 Rupotina HNK, number 32 Kolodvorskoy Sanska Kuchini. Local bus lines from Split to Castella, Trogir, KLIs and SINJ also stop in Solun Center. Climate. Climate in this area has mild differences between highs and lows, and there is adequate rainfall year-round. The Köppen climate classification subtype for this climate is CSA.